Have you ever walked past a cemetery at night and felt a sudden chill run down your spine? There's a reason for that. Tonight, we're dimming the lights and diving deep into the shadows to uncover 5 scary facts about cemeteries after dark. Stick around if you dare, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see these final resting places forever. Let's begin with a fact that goes deeper than any grave. Many cemeteries we see today aren't the first to occupy that land. In fact, a surprising number of modern graveyards are built directly on top of much older, sometimes ancient burial grounds. Think about it. For centuries, even millennia, cultures have designated specific areas as sacred for their dead. The Romans, Native American tribes, Celts, they all had their own burial sites. Over time, as civilizations rose and fell, these locations were often forgotten, only to be rediscovered and repurposed by later generations. So when you're walking through a cemetery, the headstones you see might only represent the most recent layer of history. Beneath your feet could lie countless other souls from different eras, their stories lost to time, their final resting places disturbed. It adds a whole new dimension of history and mystery to the ground you're walking on, doesn't it? It's not just one layer of history, but potentially dozens, all stacked one on top of the other. The quiet you experience might just be the silence of centuries. Now let's talk about a specific time of night that sends shivers down the spines of paranormal investigators and late-night wanderers alike. The witching hour. It's generally accepted to be around 3 a.m. This is the time when the veil between our world and the spirit world is said to be at its thinnest. Why 3 a.m.? Well, there are many theories. Some religious folklore suggests it's a mockery of the time Christ is said to have passed, which was 3 p.m. Others believe it's simply the time when the world is at its quietest and our minds are most susceptible to perceiving the supernatural. Whatever the reason, countless paranormal reports from cemeteries specifically mention a spike in activity during this hour. People report seeing shadowy figures flitting between tombstones, hearing disembodied voices on EVP recordings, and experiencing sudden, inexplicable drops in temperature. It's the time when the night is at its deepest, its darkest, and according to many, its most active. So if you ever find yourself near a cemetery as the clock strikes 3, you might just be in for an experience you won't soon forget. It's a moment when the stillness of the graveyard feels charged with an unseen energy. Have you ever heard of ghost lights or foxfire? This next fact delves into one of the most visually unsettling phenomena reported in cemeteries: graves that appear to glow in the dark. For centuries, travelers and locals have shared tales of seeing eerie, flickering lights hovering over tombstones or dancing above the ground where someone is buried. These mysterious illuminations range from faint, pale glows to bright, pulsing orbs of light. Skeptics and scientists have offered several explanations. One common theory involves bioluminescence, where fungi or microorganisms living in the decaying wood of old coffins or on the soil emit a natural light, a phenomenon sometimes called foxfire. Another scientific explanation points to swamp gas or methane, which can be released from decomposing organic matter and can ignite spontaneously, creating a fleeting flicker of light. But for many who have witnessed these lights firsthand, these explanations don't quite capture the strange, almost intelligent movement and behavior of the lights they saw. They describe them as if they are being carried by an unseen hand, or as if they are the very essence of a spirit lingering near its final resting place. Real or not, imagine seeing a soft, ethereal light glowing from a distant grave on a moonless night. It's a sight that would chill you to the bone. Silence in a cemetery is different, isn't it? It's a heavy, profound quiet. But what happens when that silence is broken? Our fourth scary fact is one of the most common and personally terrifying experiences people report: hearing unexplained sounds among the tombstones. We're not talking about the wind rustling through the trees or an animal scurrying in the undergrowth. We're talking about sounds that seem distinctly human. People have reported hearing soft, faint whispers that seem to come from right beside them, even when they are completely alone. The words are often indistinct, like a far-off conversation carried on the wind. Even more unnerving is the sound of footsteps, the distinct crunch of leaves or the soft thud of a footstep on a grassy path, following you or walking just out of sight. You stop and the footsteps stop. You start walking again and they resume. Paranormal investigators often try to capture these sounds using sensitive audio equipment, and the recordings they play back can be truly haunting. The idea that someone, or something, is walking with you in the darkness, just beyond the reach of your flashlight beam, is a primal fear. It turns a peaceful walk into a heart-pounding race back to the gate. For our final and perhaps most terrifying fact, we delve into the realm of local legend and folklore, a story that has been told about countless old, wrought-iron cemetery gates around the world. The legend goes like this: if you find yourself inside the cemetery when the clock strikes midnight and the main gates swing shut, they will not open for you again until sunrise. You are trapped inside for the entire night with whatever else resides there. This isn't just about being locked in. The superstition carries a much darker undertone. It's said that the spirits of the cemetery become most powerful after midnight, and the closed gates serve to keep them contained or to keep the living in. Those who claim to have been trapped speak of a night filled with terror, of shadows moving in their peripheral vision, of the feeling of being constantly watched, and of a palpable sense of dread that only lifts with the first rays of dawn. While this is likely just a spooky story designed to keep people out of cemeteries after hours, it taps into our deep-seated fear of being trapped and helpless in a place associated with death. It's a powerful and chilling piece of folklore that has surely kept many curious adventurers from lingering too long among the graves. And there you have it. 5 chilling reasons why cemeteries at night hold such a frightening grip on our imagination. From ancient burial grounds hidden beneath our feet to gates that legend says trap you until dawn, these places are steeped in mystery and fear. What do you think? Have you ever had a spooky experience in a cemetery? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the dark. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more mysteries with me, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay safe and maybe stay away from cemeteries after dark. See you in the next video.